Students, today we will learn using similes, metaphors and alliterations. Now what are similes and metaphors? Similes and metaphors make our writing more vivid and exciting. Now what is the meaning of vivid? Vivid means a description that paints a very clear picture in your mind. Vividly means clearly. So a simile compares two things using as or like. For example, she could swim like a fish. She is not a fish, but she can swim like a fish. In the same way, he was as brave as a lion. Now when we say he was as brave as a lion, the picture of a lion comes to our mind and we can picture the person looking like a lion. Though he is not the lion, but he looks like a lion. In the same way, we may say he was as stubborn as a mule. Now we can see in the picture above that this mule is very stubborn. Two people are trying to pull it, but it doesn't budge or move. So when we talk about a person, the picture that might come to our mind is of a person, and you may just see the head. It looks like the head of a mule. So you may, in your mind, the picture becomes vivid that the person is like a mule. He felt his body was as heavy as lead, the metal lead. Now, even in our writing, we had discussed some similes and we had used all these similes, the examples that are there. For example, when the boy was drowning, he felt that his body was as heavy as lead and he would soon drown. In the same way, the other simile we used was, she was as mad as a hornet. So these are the similes where we compare somebody to something else. For example, it could be a mule, a lead, or hornet, or fish, or lion. So these are called similes and we use as or like. And what is our sentence structure? She could swim like a fish. He was as brave as a lion. So this is the structure where we use as or like. I am sure it is clear. Let us see the next slide. Now we have some more examples of similes. Similes and metaphors make descriptions more interesting for the reader. They both describe things by comparing them with others. Similes, like we have seen before, we use as or like to compare two things, or even we could compare people to things. For example, as cold as ice, as strong as an ox, as snug as a bug in a rug, as fiery as a volcano, as light as a feather, as crooked as a witch's hat, as busy as a bee, as bright as the moon, as sly as a fox, as bold as brass, as good as gold, as slippery as an eel, as blind as a bat, as smooth as silk, as old as the hills, as tough as nails, as clear as mud, as wise as an owl, has eyes like a hawk, sleeps like a baby, fits like a glove, worked like a charm, slept like a log. We have the picture of a log on our left. Eats like a horse, we had used this. We had also, as in the spidergram, we had used slept like a log. Yes, sings like a bird, runs like the wind, has a memory like a sieve. Now what is a sieve? We all know, we use it in our homes. And this is the picture of a sieve on our left. We use it to sieve dry material. It could be flour or what we call atta. It is not flour, it is flour. And we also sieve maida, what we call is all-purpose flour in English. Yes, we use it very, very commonly in our homes. The other thing that we use in our homes is or are the strainers. Now the strainers, usually we strain liquids, or for example you can strain tea. So when you separate tea and tea leaves, you say we are straining tea in a strainer. In the same way we could strain rice, that is boiled rice, to separate water and the cooked rice. So these are the pictures of sieve and strainers. I'm sure when you use these words, you will use these words judiciously, using what exactly we mean and being clear about it. All right. So these are the similes that we had done. Now what about the exercises in our book on page number 12? Rewrite the following sentences, replacing the underlined words with a simile from the box that is down. As hard as iron. Now see which of the situations below or the sentences below describe this simile, as hard as iron. Not iron, iron. Black as ebony. Ebony is a color as well as it is a tree. So ebony is black. It is a shade of black. Has a brain like a sieve. We just saw a picture of a sieve, so we know what a sieve looks like. Now see in which particular sentence it would be most befitting. Is as deaf as a post. Yes, now what is a post? Let us see. I have just collected some pictures for you. Let us see. I think it is stuck. So let us continue. We were doing has a brain like a sieve, and the next one is as deaf as a post. That means, now what is a post? This is a post, something which is standing, a stake, a pole, and so you can call the post box, in the olden days you may say they were like this. We have seen very different ones, and on our left are the lamp posts or the street lights that you may that you call. So these are also called the posts. All right. Now let us come back. Is as deaf as a post. That means as if you are speaking to somebody who is deaf, cannot hear. Like a log. Just now we saw the picture of a log. All right. The last one was as cool as a cucumber. Cucumber. Number 1. The hero never panicked in difficult situations. Number 2. I slept extremely well last night. I might have been very tired. So which simile would go for this sentence, that a person slept like something and didn't know what was happening around? Number 3. My dog is so old it cannot hear a thing, cannot hear anything. The bed in the hotel was absolutely solid. It was really difficult to get comfortable. Number 5. My brother is always forgetting things. My sister's hair is beautiful. It is very dark. Now see, we are learning how to use similes. But there is another thing that we can revise here, and that is, or those are the intensifiers. For example, in sentence number 1, the hero never panicked in difficult situations. So you can say the hero never panicked in extremely difficult situations. Now see how as soon as we add the word extremely, it makes our writing better. In the same way, I slept extremely well last night. I might have been very tired. Now, if we remember the list that we had in the previous lecture, instead of very tired, we can write, I might have been exhausted. So like this, when we use intensifiers, we can make our writing really good. My dog is so old. Yes, intensifier, so old. The bed in the hotel was absolutely solid. It was really difficult to get comfortable. How difficult? Really difficult. Extremely difficult. My brother is always forgetting things. And let us go to the next one now. So I hope that besides using similes, we have also seen how intensifiers make our writing better. Exercise 2, page 13. We have seen similes. Now you have to complete the similes using your own ideas. Yes, not completing the similes, you have to complete the sentences using your own ideas and making your own similes. Getting good marks at school makes me feel as happy as what? Imagine and think. Alright? Makes you feel as happy. Is there any other thing that you see around that looks very, very happy? You can put it there. Yes? Number 2. My grandmother's hair is as soft as. You can think of many things that are soft. Number 3. My new puppy is as lively as. Active. So you can name the thing that is very, very lively and active. Number 4. Doing difficult homework is like what? What do you feel you are doing when you do difficult homework? Think. Number 5. On the first morning of the holidays, I feel like what? Yes, you may feel as if you are dancing, but like who? Alright, think of any other situation that you can. Number 6, my mother can be, or my mother can be as cool as, or my mother is cool like what? Alright, think of this. Your homework, complete exercises 1 and 2 on page numbers 12 and 13. Number 2, I continue to wait for your spidergrams. Fill with your own ideas, vocabularies, similes, metaphors and alliterations. And in this, Shreya has given a very good spidergram, and I really hope I'll get good spidergrams from other students as well. Number 3, I'm still waiting for you to record your tongue twisters and send to me. Thank you.